Hi guys, Caller here, bringing you Game 3 of Airforce Ace versus OGN Sparkyz. And here we have Clon and Rage playing for Ace, a Zerg and Protoss team versus Flower and Justin, a Zerg and Terran team for OGN Sparkyz. And OGN has to be a heavy favorite in this matchup because Flower and Justin were statistically the best 2v2 team in last year's Pro League. Somehow they just have very good chemistry between each other and very good coordination. Perhaps it's just the amount of practice they had, because they're not the best 1v1 players. In fact, they don't have good records in 1v1, but they had something like an 80% win rate last year in the Pro League as a team, and so it's going to be really hard for Clon and Rage to deal with, I feel. Although I think the one small advantage Clon and Rage may have is that they're not a mirror matchup to the Zerg and Terran team. They're Zerg and Protoss themselves, so perhaps it might, just the different unit combinations might give them a little bit of an advantage, when they're playing against a superior team here. The map is Hannibal, and it is a 4-player map. It's not Hunters as in the other Pro League. There are like 2 Pro Leagues. One of them plays Hunters as the 2v2 map, and one plays Hannibal. And here we're, I think, on the Shinhan one that plays Hannibal. We have Clon here, the purple Zerg at the 8 o'clock position, and his partner is Rage, the red Protoss, at the 5 o'clock position, as shown here. And they're against Flower, the blue Zerg, at the 2 o'clock position, which we'll see now, and Justin, the teal Terran, at the 11 o'clock position. So 2 and 11 are on one team, that's OGN, and 5 and 8 are on one team, that's Airforce Ace. So, really, right now, so far from what I've seen in Zerg and Protoss versus Zerg and Terran, usually the Protoss players will go for a lot of Zealots early on in the game, won't go for fast tech or anything like that, and will try to put a lot of pressure on the Zerg player, and in response, the Terran player really is forced to go Medic Marines to deal with, to really help his Zerg ally. And looks like Flower here going for a 9 pull inside of his base, and looks like Justin not going for too fast of a barracks. It looks like he's going to get his barracks after putting up his supply depot, so pretty standard play from him. I assume he's going to go for an academy build here, although he could surprise us with a mechanized build. And one special feature about this map is that there are 2 gas geysers per base, so really Mutalisks will be quite viable, quite possible in this matchup without the need to expand. And looks like Clon actually going for a 12 pull there, so he's going to be a little bit ahead in terms of economy against Flower. And a gateway going up for Justin now. I do expect Justin to go for a 2-gate here. That would be the sort of standard from what I've seen so far, although of course anything is possible. No gas yet for Clon. Looks like he's just about to set up his gas, and I assume that that Flower is already about to set up his gas also. It looks like 2 racks going up for Justin, so yeah, Justin is going to go for a Medic Marine build here, and looks like Clon is going to have spotted this with his floating Overlord. Now, looks like Justin getting a scout into Clon's base, and actually Flower has gone for a really fast lair there, going for a 1 hatchery lair build, so going for a very fast Mutalisk build here, and it looks like Rage actually helping his ally out, putting a pylon in front of his choke point, and presumably he's going to put a photon cannon there to protect him against an early Zergling rush or against a combined rush there. And that seems to be common play nowadays in the Zerg and Protoss teams, is to set up some defenses for the Zerg player, because they can be quite weak in the beginning of the game. And or throughout the game, actually, because they really just have to focus on getting fast tech. And it looks like a 2nd hatchery and the lair going up for Clon there, and yeah, the 6 Zerglings here versus 6 Zerglings on the ramp here. I think it's going to be pretty close. I don't think either player is going to do too much damage. Both are just sort of posturing, and I think actually it looks like Justin actually managing to get no, just yeah, 1 Zergling left after that combat. Looks like Clon actually managed to win there, but that's not going to make a huge difference, because really I think actually it might favor the OGN team to kill off all those Zerglings just to protect Justin, just to protect Flower a little bit while he's getting his really fast tech up. Looks like Flower is morphing Aspire right now, so he is going to have Aspire before Clon has Aspire and Mutalisks out. So we'll see if he manages to pick off any drones or force Clon at least to build a Spore Colony to defend himself, either which would of course cost Clon a lot or probably get rid of his economic advantage. Looks like 5 Zerglings out for Clon there, and he's going to intercept some of these Marines in the middle of the map. He might be able to pick them off, actually, but a couple of Zerglings from from Flower now moving into the middle to ward them off. And looks like Zealots are out for Rage now, and they might be thinking of an attack on Flower's base, and I think that is a good idea here. It looks like they are going to go for attack on Flower's base. 4 Marines and a Sunken being morphed right now. It looks like, yeah, now the Zerglings also in the front here. I don't know who's going to take this battle. This is going to be quite close here. Looks like the Zerglings from a good move there by Clon, using his Zerglings to chase off the Marines from getting reinforcements, and now 3 Zealots from Rage are going to be inside of Flower's base, but looks like Sunken's already morphed up, so these Zealots aren't going to be effective here. Looks like they're going to get killed off, unfortunately, for the Air Force Ace team. Looks like he's actually going to lose all of his Zealots there, so perhaps pushing a little prematurely against a greater number of Zerglings and a Sunken colony. Meanwhile, it looks like the Spire is up for Flower, and the Spire is not yet complete for Ace's player, Clon, and third rack's going up for Justin there. What Clon needs to do is basically hold off this early Mutalisk attack, and then he will be able to produce a lot more Mutalisks because he has 2 hatcheries, and he looks like he was getting his second gas down actually inside of his main base. So looks like the Spire is just about to go up. He needs to produce them ASAP though before losing any drones. Drones, of course, are quite precious in Zerg versus Zerg play. 1 or 2 drones can mean the entire game basically. Looks like a Citadel Dune going up